If she constantly tells you these 6 things, leave her. Sometimes the biggest red flags aren't in her actions, they're in her words. If she keeps saying these things, it's not love, it's manipulation. Sometimes it's not what a woman does that exposes her intentions, it's what she says over and over again. Words carry patterns, and patterns reveal priorities. If you're paying attention, the things she constantly tells you can either confirm that you're building something real or expose that you're wasting your time on someone who doesn't value you. And when you start hearing certain phrases on repeat, it's not just casual talk, it's a warning sign. In this video, I'm breaking down 6 things a woman will say that should make you stop, think, and seriously consider walking away. Because respect, loyalty, and peace of mind aren't negotiable, and if she's showing you she can't give you those, then your next move should be clear. 1. I'm busy right now. If a woman constantly hits you with "I'm busy right now," pay close attention, not to her words, but to the pattern behind them. Life is hectic for all of us, that's true, but genuine interest always reveals itself in action. A woman who values you will make time, not excuses. She'll send a quick check-in, squeeze you into her packed schedule, or at least show you that you still matter, even when life gets heavy. But if you're always the one adjusting, reaching out, carving out moments while she consistently dismisses you with "I'm busy," what she's really telling you is, you're not a priority. And in relationships, priority is everything. Don't ignore that silent message, because it's rarely about being busy. It's about where you stand in her life. Chronic unavailability is often a cover for fading interest, or simply a lack of respect for your time and effort. And here's the truth. You deserve someone who doesn't make you beg for scraps of attention, but instead creates space for you, even on their busiest days. Anything less than that is a slow burn toward resentment, and you're worth more than being someone's afterthought. Don't waste your time begging for space in someone else's world. Invest it in someone who naturally makes space for you, even on their busiest days. 2. I have no one else. When she constantly tells you, "I have no one else," don't get fooled into thinking it's a sweet display of vulnerability. It's usually a warning sign in disguise. At first, it might stroke your ego, make you feel like you're her safe place, her chosen one. But dig deeper, and what she's really saying is, "I need someone to carry all of my emotional weight, and I've decided that person is you," and that's a dangerous setup. A healthy relationship is 2 whole people coming together, not one person playing therapist, savior, and emotional crutch while the other leans on them 24/7. If she has no friends, no coping mechanisms, no life outside of you, it won't be long before the weight of her entire existence gets dumped on your shoulders. And trust me, it will drain you, not because you're weak, but because no man is built to be someone's entire lifeline. That's not love, that's dependency disguised as intimacy. Watch for this dynamic early, because if you ignore it, you'll end up stuck in a relationship where you're less of a partner and more of a caretaker, and eventually you'll burn out. Remember, you're her man, not her savior. This kind of dynamic doesn't build intimacy, it builds resentment. Pay attention to this early, because love should empower you both, not chain you into being someone's emotional crutch. 3. It was nothing serious. When a woman cheats and tries to brush it off with "it was nothing serious," don't get blinded by the downplay. That's not honesty, that's damage control. She's not minimizing the act to spare your feelings, she's minimizing it to protect herself. Loyalty is not negotiable. Even a so-called one-time thing is still a choice, and that choice was a deliberate betrayal of the trust you built. Understand this. When she crosses that line and then shrinks it down with excuses, she's not truly sorry, she's just sorry she got caught. A woman who respects you won't put herself in a position where she has to explain away betrayal. Don't let her reframe her disrespect as no big deal. Cheating is never an accident, it's always a decision. And the moment you justify it or let it slide, you've told her it's okay to cross that line again. Protect your dignity. Protect your standards. If she can so casually break your trust and then casually dismiss it, that's your cue to stop negotiating with disrespect and show her the door. 4. It's your fault. When a woman constantly hits you with "it's your fault," understand you're not dealing with honesty. You're dealing with manipulation. One of the biggest red flags in any relationship is a partner who refuses to take accountability. Instead of owning her mistakes, she flips the script, points the finger at you, and makes you feel you're the problem every single time. That's not maturity. That's emotional deflection. And here's the truth. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, responsibility, and the willingness to admit when you're wrong. If she can't apologize, can't take ownership, and can't stand in front of her own flaws, then she's not ready for a real partnership. Because over time, that blame shifting will eat away at your confidence, your peace, and even your sense of reality. You'll find yourself apologizing just to keep the peace, while she avoids accountability altogether. That's not love. That's control. You deserve someone who will stand beside you, shoulder responsibility with you, and grow with you, not someone who constantly drags you down and makes you question your worth. 5. You're being too sensitive. When a woman constantly hits you with, "You're being too sensitive," understand that she's not being honest. She's being dismissive. That line is a subtle weapon designed to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel weak for having emotions, and to shut down your voice in the relationship. A strong partner will hear you out, try to understand your perspective, and respect the fact that you're opening up. A weak partner will mock you, belittle your feelings, and then hide behind sarcasm or jokes when you call it out. And let's be real, if she laughs at your struggles, downplays your pain, or ridicules your emotions, that's not love. That's cruelty wrapped in clever wording. A woman who values you won't weaponize your vulnerability against you. She'll protect it. So if you find yourself in a situation where every honest moment you share gets brushed off with, "You're too sensitive," recognize it for what it is, a lack of empathy and respect. And trust me, that doesn't change with time. It only gets worse. Know your worth, protect your peace, and if she can't honor your feelings, that's your sign to walk away before you lose yourself trying to prove that you're not too sensitive. 6. My ex used to do that. When a woman constantly throws out lines like, "My ex used to do that," pay attention, because that's more than just a casual comment. It's a flashing red flag. When she keeps comparing you to her past, whether it's little habits, arguments, or even the good things you do, it shows she's not fully present with you. She's still mentally stuck in her old relationship. And here's the truth. If you're always living in the shadow of her ex, you're not being seen for who you are. You're being measured against someone who shouldn't even matter anymore. That's not fair to you, and it's not the foundation of a healthy relationship. A woman who's truly ready to build something new doesn't drag yesterday into today. She chooses you fully, without turning you into her rebound or emotional band-aid. If she can't let go of her ex, then she hasn't healed, and sooner or later, that baggage will become your burden. Protect yourself from being the stand-in for someone else's unresolved pain. You deserve to be with a woman who's fully invested in you, not one who's still tangled up in her past. Conclusion. At the end of the day, relationships rise or fall on respect, effort, and honesty. If a woman constantly dismisses your feelings, shifts blame, compares you to her ex, or downplays betrayal, then she's showing you she's not ready or willing to build something healthy with you. Don't ignore these signs, don't rationalize them, and most importantly, don't settle for them. You only weaken yourself when you keep tolerating what should be deal breakers. Protect your dignity, protect your peace, and remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow. If this video hit home for you, drop a comment below and let me know which of these red flags you've seen before. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more straight-to-the-point content, and share this with a brother who needs the wake-up call. Because the right woman won't make you beg for respect, she'll give it freely.